The jewelry manufacturing process is divided into 10 steps: design department, model making, rubber mold, wax injection, casting department, jewelry department, polishing department, stone selection, setting department, and quality control. The designer is in charge of creating and developing new and original concepts for our jewelry design. The piece's real size, gold type, and stone characteristics must be described in detail so that the corresponding modifications take place before the design can be carefully approved. Upon approval of the original design, the model maker will hand-carve a three-dimensional model, usually using silver, unless the design complexity requires a different material. Since the resulting model will serve to manufacture the metal cast, all imperfections and mistakes must be eliminated on this step, or they will show up in the final product. When the model is ready and perfectly carved, a rubber mold will be made following the next procedure. The silver model is sealed between two rubber layers and put in a vulcanizer for 30 minutes. Once it cools and hardens, the metal model is removed, leaving a precise imprint in both rubber layers. Rubber is used because it captures each and every detail of the original model. Liquid wax is then injected into the rubber mold. Within a minute, it will be completely dry and ready to be removed, making it possible to produce a significant amount of wax forms within a relatively short period of time. In order to avoid defects, on the next step, it's necessary to check all the wax forms are completely solid and free of air bubbles that naturally occur while injecting the wax into the rubber mold. All the wax forms need to be attached to a stick of the same material in order to build a sprue tree that is introduced inside a steel container. Filled with an investment mixture and cooked for 5 hours at 1300 degrees Fahrenheit. Through this process, the investment solidifies and the wax structure within melts away, leaving a hollow void that will work as a multiple mold. The resulting mold is transferred to a casting machine, where a melted gold mixture of 14, 18, or 24 carats will be injected in it. Afterwards, the mold is left to cool off for about 12 minutes, and then sunk into a bucket of water for about 60 seconds. This generates a temperature shock that will break the investments apart, liberating the gold tree. Before clipping off the rings from the splurge tree, it is necessary to rinse it off with water under pressure so that all the investments remains can be eliminated. At this point, all the pieces are pre-polished to remove any metal excess and marked with the corresponding carat value. A second rinse takes place. One by one, the pieces are carefully polished so that their natural shining and color may be appreciated. The stones are chosen taking into consideration specific characteristics such as color, cut, clarity, and carat. According to each design description, the appropriate stones are selected and sent along with the piece to the setter. This is a delicate and complex procedure through which all the stones are carefully attached in their corresponding position, making sure that each and every one of them are set in the proper height and distance, perfectly secured to prevent them from falling off. At this point, the piece is almost finished. Before sending it to the inspection, a final polish takes place to make the piece as beautiful and shiny as possible. During the last step, each piece is rigorously examined under magnification to ensure it fulfills the quality standards as well as the design specifications. With this procedure, we also confirm that the final product is completely flawless and free of the slightest imperfection.